Hello, Scorpio. I hope you're doing very well already in the beginning of this month. This is your reading for February. And I already have some cards on the table here. And yeah, intense month. The year is a continuation of what happened last year. 4th house, 7th house, this month, very strong. You had been already working on this 4th house already for quite some time, because Jupiter and Saturn conjunction right there. And now this month to, let's say, get to the climax, because you being a Scorpio, I believe that most certainly you already know a little bit more about what is happening up there, no? And knowing that we have 6 planets in the 4th house right now, not just 2 or 3 planets, 6, Scorpio. It's big, We have the new moon, there is Mercury Retrograde. A lot of thinking here, a lot of reevaluating, a lot of going on situations that we feel that we need to recheck. And maybe situations regarding your home life and important relationships in your life that are being of big focus in your life, Scorpio, this month. Mars and Uranus are in your 7th house. 7th house for Scorpios is the house of Taurus, the Hierophant card. And I saw these 2 cards, the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, coming with it. What is not letting you have good sleep at night, Scorpio, here? There is, Uranus, it's the planet that wants to make things more free. It's asking us to detach ourselves emotionally, And Mars, it's amplifying the effects of Uranus. And when we get this clash, this opposition that we're gonna get by the 17th of February between Saturn and Uranus, these clashes, Saturn and Uranus, are the clashes that are very important in astrology, as well as these conjunctions like Jupiter, Saturn, because these are like the big planets, the big influencers, no? And Uranus is wanting to break free. Uranus it's enthusiast. He just sees the future. He wants to break all the borders, and he doesn't like tradition. But he is in Taurus, pushing Taurus to get rid of whatever it's already past. Whatever it's not longer working to the vision and to the future we're having right now. And for you, Scorpio, this is talking about your own personal and maybe even partnerships, but having a big activation of your 4th house together with the 7th house. I think that here we are speaking about your close, intimate relationships. Yes. Your family, your brothers, sisters, if you have, maybe your closer friends, not like just known people or just friends. No, like really the people are part of your family. That person that maybe you are engaged to, maybe you are someone here that is engaged into a relationship, and there is some stress about this precise relationship because this clash of Saturn with Uranus Uranus is all about that breakthrough, no? Needing to detach. Okay. And Saturn, what it wants? Saturn wants to stay things as they are. Saturn wants to keep traditions. Saturn wants to keep the status quo. He loves it. He loves that. And when the clash happens, I mean, even though it creates so much tension, and yeah, it's, look at this, I mean, like anxiety, fears, being scared of the unknown, being scared of breaking through and getting to something that might be new for you. Taking action here, a Scorpio, in a way that you never experienced before. It's learning. Because even though you're feeling this way right now and you are in this, I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, just look at the cards. I mean, 8 of Swords and Knight of Swords. It's very an uncomfortable energy, and Swords is associated to the energy of Aquarius in your 4th house. You see this 7th house, 4th house, bam. What Saturn is doing with Uranus and what is happening, even though it's feeling this way right now, and you are maybe at this moment feeling to the point that you don't even know if you can keep on going at this rhythm because it's so strong, so mentally disturbing, to not being able to sleep, not being able to calm your mind, and feeling completely mentally stuck, feeling that you don't know how to react here, not knowing how to think straight. But this clash, it's in a way helping us to get rid of what is not longer working for us. If there has been a relationship here in your life, Scorpio, maybe something, as I said, that was very highly committed for you, or maybe not. Maybe it was just your relationship regarding your family. Maybe you come from a period where you're needing to take care a lot of your family. 4th house. Maybe there is a family member that has issues or problems and you're needing to take care of them, no? Or maybe you have a spouse or you have just a companion that is very close to you, and things were stable until a certain level. But now Mars and Uranus is telling something here is changing. Something here it's like a Scorpio, it's wanting to escape here in a way, or you're feeling this energy, this 7 of Swords, of course, because I mean, coming from this, having this energy, it's difficult to confront this. Nobody wants to feel this way, no? I mean, being so much up in your head, feeling that you cannot take action while there is something here that maybe is pushing you to take action, but this action might mean to do it in a way that you never did before, and this is why it stresses you out, Scorpio. And then this is why you want to try to, no, I'm gonna escape this. I'm gonna try maybe even to deny the fact that I'm feeling this way, because maybe right now you're still feeling that you can do anything about it. But the thing is that you can, because there is a new beginning here. And when we have this new moon in Aquarius, Scorpio, the 11th, so just in a few days. And with all these planets being there and this new moon, and being able to close a chapter here so that you can open this gate. There is something that it's coming in your world, Scorpio, that it's a new beginning, no? This is maybe a new way of, could it be a new way of seeing your relationships, a new way of seeing commitment. Maybe wanting to start something or to offer something in a way that for you is quite new, you know, something that you were very scared about, or you are still now scared about. And now it's like, you know, Mars is also your planet, a part of Pluto. So having your own planet influence with Uranus, and you know, there is also gonna be some oppositions there, Mars, Venus, but then there are also some harmony alignments, for example, Venus, Jupiter. So, you know, this month is crazy, guys, because it's like this, it's a very intense month. And it's not about quantity, but it's about intensivity and quality. You know, it's like having these radical moments during this month, or where we receive information, or we're starting to get certain information here. I mean, Mercury, that it still doesn't look clear. And you know, Mercury is gonna stay retrograde until the 20 or the 21 of the month. So yeah, it's not the moment yet to react. It's not yet the moment to maybe speak out. Is because I think that you're feeling the uncertainty of your thoughts, of your ideas regarding the situation, and I think it has to do a lot about your relationships here, Scorpio, and your higher commitments to what you're really engaged to. Those relationships that you really consider important in your life, that you know that they are aligned to your own vision and to your own future. And when Venus enters in Aquarius, Venus, that is the planet, of course, I mean, of love, and not just love, I mean also finances, judgment, finances and business partners as well, you know. Venus is wanting, it's exploring a new energy here. And it's the energy of Aquarius, which is that detachment, that emotional, looking for love maybe, or experiencing relationships, or maybe even working on your finances in a way where you can feel much more free, where you can find your own liberty, you know, where you can find the sense that you don't need to experience love, for example, you know. It's like you don't need to open yourself to love. I mean, you can open yourself to love, but without applying to giving up your freedom, you see. It's like understanding that giving love or receiving love or engaging yourself into something that you really want to do here, maybe this new career path that you're taking, or maybe this new home that you are creating, Scorpio. It's something that you're starting to understand, that you want to engage yourself, but you don't need to give up your freedom. It's different now. So the Judgment. So having these final decisions, like, yeah, and your Mercury Retrograde, things coming back, rechecking the past here. Of course, I mean, and also when we're talking about relationships and 4th house, 7th house, 4th house, is it happens quite often that we get into exploring again the past, maybe, or having a rebirth of a situation that we thought it was dead in the past. Judgment, coming back from the dead. Many times in tarot, these cards is also associated to your energy, Scorpio. You know why? Because many times, instead of having an angel here, there is a phoenix. And you know, you are the phoenix. You are having a massive rebirth here. And you are really stressed about it. Because you feel that this is out of your control, and Scorpios, this is not the time where you can find certainty. You can't. You know, you are the signs, I mean, you are the strategists, like the most strategic signs of the zodiac. You are always 10 steps further than anyone else. And it's because you have so much intuition and you're so like perceiving constantly everything that is surrounding you and also what is not surrounding you. It's like you can see it from far. So Scorpios tend to want to have control over situations, control over relationships. You know that. But the problem is that right now, I think, Scorpio, you're finding yourself, I mean, this Uranus and clashing with Saturn, something that you know that it's out of your control. And I think that until you don't realize this, and let's say you maybe accept maybe your real thoughts about this situation, whatever is the situation for you, this engagement, it could be maybe related to your work, okay, but, or maybe a business, maybe somebody from your work that you have a business partnership that you are associated to, and you are deciding what to do with it, maybe, no, and this is what is stressing you about, and you know that there is still information that is missing, or what the information is coming to you, it's something that doesn't allow you to feel comfortable, to feel prepared, to have that strategy that can put you in that position of comfort where you're used to be. But now, in this month, we cannot stay in that comfort any longer. We can't. We have to find another kind of comfort. We need to create a new comfort. And a new stability here, a new way of founding or creating your own foundations for the long run. Because you are wanting this, Scorpio. You're looking forward to this. I mean, Ace of Pentacles, maybe receiving something materially speaking that maybe somebody from your family, I mean, or as I said, an associator from your work environment or your networking that comes to you and gives you this offer. And this offer, you thought that you would never get it, but you know. So, what is coming next? I want... What is this judgment taking to Scorpio? You cannot escape this, Scorpio. Justice. Judgment with the justice. This maybe recalibration of your relationships. Would it maybe mean that you will need to cut off certain people or relationships in your life? Most certainly, yes. You know, like, maybe this is when there is that judgment. When this judgment is being when it's being taken, is in the moment that we realize and that we need to be fair to ourselves. No, we cannot stay in this energy, of denial or even self-sabotaging yourself. Self-sabotaging maybe your feelings, your thoughts. And saying, actually, I need to take the final judgment here and I need to get in balance. I need to find back, create my own path here and my own stability, whatever this can mean for you. I mean, but I think that you are a lot anxious here in your head because you know that there is something here very important that you need to break through. And even though, as I said, Scorpios, you are the signs of transformation, but you are fixed. You are one of the fixed signs. And when you go through transformations, I mean, you are the transformation. But it feels so heavy. And I've been talking about this already in my last videos. Because, I mean, when I go through astrology, you get these general vibes that happen and they continue one from the month, and there is like this continuation or focus of something that will be reminiscing for some time. I mean, it's starting and brewing. It was brewing, sorry. Mercury Retrograde, I cannot even talk. It's okay. But all these changes were brewing inside you. And I think that you were trying to, to keep them inside. Not wanting to express maybe out loud what all these thoughts were for you, and now it's not the time to run. You cannot run any longer. Now you're starting to feel more ready, even though I don't think you feel ready now, seeing the cards. But this is what you're heading yourself to. And when this is coming, you're gonna feel so much relief, because it's like the justice coming. It's like telling me that finally, when you will get the decision and finally maybe say, accept the change, accept the fact that maybe this is what you want. Maybe you want a commitment, maybe you want a relationship, and you were stressing about it because you had a lot of fears. You thought that you weren't ready for it. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe you were in a relationship and now you're deciding that you need to cut the relationship and maybe get divorced or just break up or just stop seeing the person. But you know that from the moment that you take the decision and you do this offer, and I don't know why, guys, I mean, you know what, I get this feeling because I see this Ace of Golds. And the Ace of Golds is this hand that it's offering something, it's giving something, something that is solid, something that comes little by little. It doesn't rush, it goes slow, but it stays for a long run. Having Uranus and Mars in your 7th house, maybe this is you opening up about this possibility, Scorpio, and saying, whoa, I mean, I never thought I would do something like this, but I feel that I cannot contain it. I need to do this. I need, Mars pushing you and saying, hey, there is something unexpected that maybe you would do that it would even surprise yourself. Something that you would be like, what? I would never thought I would be capable of doing something like that, of opening myself to giving this offer. Or maybe cutting on something and starting something new. I want one last card for a Scorpio, please. One last card for a Scorpio. So interesting. I mean, this dynamic between your 7th house and your 4th house. And Scorpios, you are so, I know that many people think of you like you're cold, or many people might see a Scorpio energy as, because they don't know it, as cold and distant and dark, but you are so sweet inside. And when you love people and when you're engaged, your family, it's so important to you. The people that are really close to you are very important for you. And maybe it could be that there has been a problem here with somebody in your family, a clash here. And that maybe you're having to detach yourself from someone of your family, knowing that you are not in the same, you cannot be in accord, you cannot be in the same level here. There is a sense of you realizing that you were trying to let's say get their validation, but a Scorpio, you never need any validation, and you are like the best to do that. It's just that sometimes when we're talking about the people that you really love, you don't even realize how much you can do for them or how much you can give for them. One last card for Scorpio. Too many cards, but I'm taking them. The Sun. The Sun, the Strength, and the Queen of Swords. The truth is coming here, and there is a decision that is being taken. And maybe it's a difficult decision, Scorpio, because it's something that you know is requiring you a lot of courage to take through. And you know, all this energy of Aquarius in your 4th house with this Queen of Swords. A lot of Leo energy as well. The Sun and the Strength here. And you know, the Sun, it's gonna be with Neptune, I think, in your 5th house by the end of the month. So there is maybe, you know, Neptune being your creativity, spirituality, you're gonna be a lot by the end of this month maybe enjoying or wanting to enjoy your creativity here. But regarding this and all this month, Scorpio, the clarity, it's coming to light, and there is all like this courage, this momentum that you're getting this month, where you're starting to see with clarity that you need to cut off something here, and that you need to detach yourself from probably family or relationships that are not longer working for you, and maybe entering in new ones, or just being open about new possibilities here that can be surprising. But there is so much light and happiness and like this sense of freedom with the Sun card here. I mean, no comparison with this. This is how you start the month, and this is what you get if you use your courage to use the sword, to get in balance. And to be fair, I think, Scorpio, to be fair with you, and to accept these thoughts that you were carrying with you, that were annoying you and they were causing you so much stress. Now is the moment where you can liberate yourself, okay? And I know it's not easy, but this is what we want, you know? I mean, we don't want to stay in the 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. And I see you next month. Bye bye, guys.